There we
Welcome
go.
on in, everybody. Welcome to TeamODZ Live. And we're going to get a root batch today.
Uh-oh, where did they go? Why is it not showing ODZ?
Yeah. Little work cut out for me down to that.
What the heck? Huh, I'm not seeing it. I had the ebb up here, but now it's not showing it at all.
Uh-oh.
There it is.
All right, back on. So how's your guys' morning going so far?
It's going.
Not bad. Had a nice little workout.
Nice.
What? It's not allowing me to join. Don't do that.
Morning all.
Morning, Casey, Andy.
Morning, Andy.
How you doing?
Good morning. I don't think I'm going to be able to join. This thing's acting up.
Oh, clumsy.
At first, it was showing until it started, and then it didn't show for me anymore. Now I'm joining myself, and then I hit start ride, and it doesn't do anything, and then it switches to choose a group.
Oh,
I'm going to shut it off and turn it back on again. I know I was signed up for it. It's right before I left. It was asking if I wanted to join the group now.
Great. A flat route and I've got a feather.
There we go. Now I can do it.
I'll save it for a 1% gradient at some point.
good thing you've already got the root badge for this route. We've passed the start of the lap now.
Made me work for it, but here I am.
If I don't care.
I did a couple times at George's cheese today to make it while I was doing some work earlier on.
Might have some cheese later.
That's the last night. That's good. I didn't have any of George's stuff, but I did have some really good cheese.
Aha. I thought you were opposed to those kind of jokes.
I am, but I wanted to make you guys feel uncomfortable.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was like a new year, new you type of thing.
No.
No.
The joke's ridiculous, but if I can make you question your reality, it works for me. So we're ending this one up on the radio tower, right?
It's on the radio tower. No,
Yeah.
it ends where we just be.
Well, that's no
Start
fun.
sprinting at the radio tower. We're gonna want to save it all for the radio tower.
We'll tell you where to turn left.
Is this a Kev?
It is.
Afternoon, folks.
It's Kev. Thank you for the ride on earlier, Kev. Thank you. Andy's camera on the screen here. Listen out. Well, you can see Andy now.
Got widescreen on, have you?
Right, I have to untie the board. I didn't see the first part of that, what you responded to, Rick. Who says it isn't? See, Andy, this is a way to make money. I'll come up with really crazy, hard, stupid ideas, and you accept like a PayPal or Venmo to not take them.
Trust ain't something you can buy. That look that's in your eyes, I'll kiss it all goodbye. No lie. Never gonna lie. Never gonna lie to you. Never gonna lie. Never gonna lie to you.
Are you going to stop by the roller manufacturer while you're there?
No, I've been there once.
It's just rollers. Once
Well,
you've
it's,
seen
ac-
it- seen
it's
it once,
actually
you've
it's actually
seen
a bike shop.
Oh, okay.
Bike shop with a workshop out the
They
back.
make their own rollers.
But he makes
Okay.
sport crafters, drums, yes, and rollers.
So it's a music shop and bike shop.
Musical shop.
You said drums.
You need to eat more beans, Rick.
Yes. Today's the day, I think.
Never gonna lie. Never gonna lie to you. Never gonna lie.
Still funny to think how we saw it on the list. And I was like, well, maybe it's just a rebel route, and they're doing the thing where they'll give you the XP if you finish it as a rebel route. And yeah, so we're like making sure we do everything perfectly, or else then you don't know if you get the XP. Yeah, we didn't get any XP. We just did it 1.5 times. Yeah, that was a funny day. Even funnier looking back on it.
It was funny.
And then we have a Charlie.
Seeing O'Neill and I think Pat.
Who's going for a run after this? Besides me.
I thought about having a run today, going outdoors, but if I run today, then my legs are going to be sore all weekend, and I really don't want that.
Yeah, I got you.
I love the jersey, Andy.
Mr. Tickle.
Mr. Tickle.
Have the Mr. Men made it to the States?
Well, they have for me.
For you, yeah.
No, they're not a thing over here. You've got to do the Mr. Tickle sound effect. Come on, give us your best Mr. Tickle sound effect.
I haven't got the sound effects. I've got the arm saved for it.
There you go, the Mr. Tickle sound effect.
You've got a shout at life, Andy.
Oh, come on, Kev. You remember the Mr. Tickle sound effect, don't you?
That sounds like something like children would not want to remember.
And the Mr. Men theme tune, I can remember that as well. I'm not going to even go there though.
There are a few shirts available, and a few of us in a local group that go out cycling have got different ones. A friend that keeps falling off has got Mr. Bump. And we've got a Mr. Stone.
What's Mr. Bump jersey's that fat lad at the back?
I think that's met with confusion.
Well, Charlie watches the stream while we ride, so he'll hear what we're talking about. Don't you, Charlie?
Yeah, I realized when Grace's due date was in September, all of a sudden I was like, oh. I then knew right about what time potentially I was conceived onto this earth. I had never really thought about it before that.
What you eating, Rick? A bean bar?
Yep.
Speak through it, Andy. Doesn't Mother's Day come about 9 months after Father's Day?
Sunday.
Yeah. I could say it brings a whole new meaning to sending the year out with a bang, but
Well, yeah.
Some of your babies, you know, are named after their fathers. What's his name? And that one guy, that's the other one. What's their name? Is that because you're going to put on the coffee break?
yeah, I could do that as well, but no. No, it's the end of late join. If I do it before then I only end up doing it again after it, so.
You know, ride-ons aren't finite, so you can do ride-on bombs all you want.
I know, but usually I can only remember to do it once during a ride.
All I'm getting out of that is Andy's love is conditional.
And wickets, you don't know about cricket, do you?
That's probably not even a proper score. All I know about cricket is we went over it in PE class a few times.
I do have to laugh at the Taylor Swift thing because apparently now there's some conspiracy theory that all of this was done for her to really help Joe Biden in the election.
Yes, of course.
And there's some jerk in the
I don't
New York Times wrote an article that said, this is just all a cover for her because she's actually a lesbian or something like that. I'm like, what is wrong with you people?
This is one of the greatest parts about social media that we were able to receive. It's a gift.
Yeah.
People,
Yes.
all these people who sat around with way too much time to think about things, just you never really heard from them because they never really went outside.
Well, I mean, I expect garbage like that from whack jobs or, rag papers that will repeat. The New York Times, I mean, look, I got issues with the New York Times, but I do expect higher quality editorialism and policing their op-eds,
Yeah.
And even if it isn't all vigorous for her, why does anyone care? And what doesn't matter?
I think the problem about the content is there's nothing good to report on. It's all garbage.
Yeah.
Either way, this works for Taylor Swift. She's, as long as her name is still mentioned, then she's good to go.
Yeah.
The money will keep rolling in.
I don't think she's short of $1 or $2.
No, she could retire now, I bet.
But if I was her with all that money, I would just give a giant middle finger to
Is
the media anytime I saw him.
Is north of $1 billion enough to retire on these days?
I mean, depends what part of the country you live in.
From what age, Rick?
If you invest properly.
I'll give it a go.
California, no. You can probably buy a small one-bedroom flat in London and survive.
The problem with California is they'll leave you with $500 million just for moving there, right?
No.
You're like, thank you.
Yeah, it's taxed at 100% though.
Massachusetts too, they have a wealth tax. That's one of the things that like Massachusetts professional sports teams have to deal with, is either trying to make up for people's salary to cover the luxury tax or the wealth tax,
Yeah.
or because a lot of high paid athletes, obviously they're like, yeah, I'd probably rather go play somewhere in like Florida or something and not pay the extra tax.
I'm not a big fan of wealth redistribution policies, but I'm okay with the tax on wealth that's already been realized, not unrealized wealth. Because I don't like passing generations of wealth down for the kids to be worthless, incompetent, useless members of society.
If I worked for generational wealth and then all of a sudden I wasn't able to pass it on, though, I'd be like, what?
Well,
But I worked hard for that.
but do you want your kids to not have to work ever?
That's what they
Well,
want.
no. Yeah.
That's what they want, right?
That's up to the
Well, but that's not good for
setting those
for an
limits, I
economy.
guess.
It's not good for an economy or society.
I would be
That's
like, do you realize how many good friends that I completely stabbed in the back to get this much money? Do you realize how many people I screwed over?
I'm a huge fan of you being able to pass on enough wealth for them to go to school for free and maybe start a business or purchase a house. But I don't really think a kid needs a $200 million trust fund that they never need to do anything productive for society again.
What are you talking about? Paris Hilton does tons.
Yeah. caught with enough cocaine to kill Tony Montana and serve 90 days.
Business is business.
Still was hanging out with Joe Lowe, the guy from one relation development. Participated in his stealing of money. And that's super helpful for society. Okay, I like the Warren Buffett style. You'll have enough for school. You'll have enough for an entrepreneurial venture and or a house, and you're on your own.
Yeah, I do like to instill the ability to self-govern and depend on yourself and my kid as much as possible.
Yeah.
Like whenever she asks me a lot of questions, I never give her an answer.
Right.
I give her a general direction towards the answer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Have you thought about this?
even if she's asking me what time I'm getting out of work, I give a.
What time do I normally
I
get out?
never give a real answer.
Just like, where's mum? God knows.
Here he does.
Only God knows.
Or in Rick's house, it's where are the car keys?
Ask mum. She tidied up.
Yeah, so my armband for my heart rate monitor vanished one day. It was on the counter in the kitchen the last time I saw it. So I said to Yolanda, I said, you seen the armband for my heart rate monitor? She said, no. I said, do you even know what my armband looks like? She said, no. I said, so how do you know if you've seen it or not?
She's not clever. She should have said, do you even have a heart?
It would have been even better if she had, why do you need a heart band? Because you don't have a heart. You're following it up. Making you feel dumb.
To be fair, though, most of the time, if my wife asks me about something, I have no idea what she's talking about. I usually just say no. It's the best route.
Yeah. Do you love me? No.
Ask Rick about Garmin watch charging cables.
Oh, yes. Sometimes people like to throw them away. I don't know why. I ended up buying this Garmin watch, and then I had the charging cable on the counter plugged in. Or I think it got unplugged, and I hadn't taken care of it yet. And all of a sudden, my wife decided it was time to clean up all the extra cords that were just laying around that had no use. And so they all ended up in the trash. So I'm trying to look for it. And then finally one day she's like, she had already said no to me for several days. And then eventually she's like, wait, was it one that was a totally different kind of adapter? And she was asking if I could use something else. It's like, yeah. It's like, oh, I probably threw that away. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll order some more now. So now I use them and immediately put them in a hiding spot.
So you're well trained.
Lesson learned. Yeah.
It worked.
See,
Yeah,
negative reinforcement works.
It's called tough love.
So I use my charge cable that infrequently when I had the 5X that I would lose it in between charges. So I got to about 5% and thinking, right, okay, time to charge it. Couldn't find the charge cable. I was asking around people at work if they had one that I could borrow. Theirs were all different. So I ordered two. Did I order two or did I order one? I can't remember now. Anyway, I ordered from Garmin. I must have ordered two. And one is still, well, the one that came with my 7X is still in the box. I didn't even get it out of the box yet. And I know where the box is, so that's my emergency one. I've got one in my computer backpack and one stays by the side of my bed.
Nice.
The box will go in the
usually-
recycle bin.
Usually good in this
Oh no, it's in a safe place.
I'm usually good at having a few different places where I store everything because
Yeah, I do the same.
you leave it around, it's lost.
Yeah.
And I hate chasing it down because then I get frustrated because nobody knows where it is. And yeah. And then I can straight up accuse. I can be like, all right, I know it's always right here. It's not right here. One of you two took it. Yeah, so Grace's hair this morning is now kind of like a grayish, bluish, blondish color. My kid, she's naturally blonde. At least she was last time she was natural colored.
Are those
And-
school colors?
Well, then she for some reason she decided she wanted to go with brown hair. Maybe like 3 years ago, I don't know. And then eventually she's like, well, no, I want to be blonde again. So then she was blonde. And then she went to dye it again for some reason. I guess change it just a little bit, make it like a dirty blonde color, I guess. And that turned it light brown. So apparently she didn't like that. So last night I get a message on my way home that she asking if she could dye her hair. And so I'm like, well, I'll wait to answer that when I get home. So I'm telling her now, I don't think it's a good idea. She has a cheer competition on tomorrow. So I was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. And she's like, but I wanted to do it for cheer. I don't like my hair like this. So eventually she's like, I'll just do highlights. I'm like, okay. I was like, you know what? This is a bad idea. I'm going to leave you with that one. And good luck. Go ahead. Have at it. Don't make a mess. And then, this morning I look and her hair was yellow. It looked kind of yellow and frizzy. And I'm like, oh, wow. How'd that go? And then, so I guess she put some toner stuff in and that's supposed to take away some of the yellow. And so now it looks kind of grayish, bluish, blondish, and it's frizzy. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if she can get it together before tomorrow.
You should say to her,
It still went right.
that she keeps on putting all that shit in her hair. She'll look like Andy.
Well, I did offer, if things went horribly wrong, to give her a nice haircut.
Yes. It's an amazing thing though, because I from the first time she went to dye her hair, I was just like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. You realize there's a lot of people around that dye their hair blonde. They wish they had hair your color. Why are you doing this? Just keep it natural. And yeah, so now it's a mess.
Yeah, so you tried to appeal to real logic. You should have just appealed to, every time someone dyes their hair, dolphins die. Something like that.
She would be like, okay, that's fine.
Or find out something she's interested in. She
Well, it's just one.
Your cat might get poisoned if you dye your hair and it gets any of the dye. So, just saying.
Yeah, she's a 14-year-old girl. She doesn't care.
Rebel.
Well, you just have to say, hey, do what you want, but if you want to be treated like a clown, feel free to look like one.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, it doesn't look horrible, but it's just it's It's the fact that it looks like her hair was bleached.
Yeah, but you don't have to deal with it. It's her issue.
Exactly. And I'll be able to pick her out now.
Yeah.
Because before it was like looking down at the competition thing. It was like most of the kids have brown hair, so I was like, which one's Grace? Which one? I always look for the blonde girl back in the day, but not anymore. Well, now I kind of get
Now it's the blue rinse.
the bluish gray haired girl.
So now you can go when she comes back from school. People made fun of you for my hair, and you can just go, yeah.
I tried to tell you.
Drive by your house. Where we're going? Got Andy's sorted out. You've got to remember, Ian, that teenagers are sensitive.
Whatever.
Daddy daycare centre. Here.
Hey, they gotta learn reality sometime. That's
Oh,
the biggest most for me.
See, that's you upsetting them already.
The first thing she asked me after she saw the results, she was like,
I can't. Stop.
do you think the judges are going to deduct points for this? For my hair being like this? It's like, I don't think that's they're allowed to just deduct points because of color.
Ruby is deciding I need to open the window. She said it's like a sauna in here.
Do you get fined for talking to your DS within 10 kilometers to the finish?
I tell her I'm trying to do heat training. It's fine. It's fine. Stay in. I want to come that way until it comes to the tank.
You have to get out of zone 1 for heat training, though, Ian.
I can do heat training in any zone. I almost gave myself heat stroke one day training in here. But now that I have windows that open, I can get some airflow.
It's time.
Wouldn't we tentacle the Crofton's?
Well, Andy is wearing the Mr. Tickle shirt, so you could give them tentacles.
It's a good point.
But don't.
Actually, don't have arms. I'm gonna say it.
All right, Rick. What's the plan? How am I leading out today?
What's that?
What's the plan today? How am I leading
Hi.
out? Gangbusters from the gun for me.
What's that?
Gangbusters from the gun, so you can bridge up and slingshot.
No. Nah, I don't think I'm gonna do that.
No, me.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah, you can do that.
So
Yeah,
you can slingshot
you
off
do
of
that.
me.
Yeah.
You hear that, Charlie? They're planning an attack.
Spoiler alert.
Well, Andy's already stringing it out, so.
Wow, my heart rate's already high.
Oh man, here I am thinking I'm next to Rick, and next to some other schlub in a squirrel hat.
Oh yeah, I'm not even in a squirrel hat right now. Forgot about that. Uh-oh.
Go stealth. I assume that was you up there.
All right, here goes. Ian out the front, pulling Rick. Many behind. I'm situated right here. What's going on?
Come on, don't let them go.
Ian's up front. Rick's just hanging in the blob right now. Biding his time. Woo's there. Charlie's there. Andy's there. Kathy's there. We've got a good number here. Start of the sprint. 30 seconds to go. Piling the power on. Drop the arrow. Heading out the front. Woo's right by his side. Just in front, but Rick can hold on to his wheel. Stands a good chance here. We know Woo fades at the end. Rick's passing. Can he hold it? Finish is imminent. Can he hold on to that first place? Woo's in the wheel. There, just got it. Just got it. Well done.
Rick.
Hello, Rick.
Thank you.
We do need to see the official finish just for just to confirm here, but I believe Rick got that.
I think that worked better.
There it is. Confirmed. Rick, Woo,
Full gas.
Charlie, Andy, and Themo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice racing.
Wow, that one really got me.
Thanks, Andy.
Nice work.
Yeah, I think that's a better tactic, Rick. Where you just go into the front and string it out.
Yeah.
I can hold you longer that way at a higher speed. Or you're resting.
I didn't like the back, or I mean the end of it.
Yeah, well, it's a sprint.
Ooh, that one had me wonder if I was gonna revisit breakfast. Ooh.
That's good.
Ah. I started to fade right at that last little bit.
Oh, good ride.
Yeah. I also fell into perfect timing right behind Woo, so that I never had to push as much as him.
Yeah. Well, my
And
goal was keep it high enough and hard enough that no one could let us go, and you could just sit in.
it was like I left you, and then went right with Woo, and then finally passed him at the end, but then he almost got me back.
Well, that's called a lead out, brother.
That was fun. Oh.
Job, tasty Andy as well.
Yeah, what place did you get in? I didn't even notice. I was out.
Has got ambushed by Charlie on the line.
Nice.
He was fourth, I think. Ran out of beans at the end.
You're gonna need some more.
By the way, I also like the lead out aspect because I just get to drop you at about 400 or 500 to go, and then just sit up.
Yeah.
I'll try to get you to 300 to go next time.
I finally got one again. I've been on like I don't even know, 4 or 5 week drought.
You dropped them off at 500, Ian.
A little bit after 500, yeah.
Hardly worth opening the window for.
I was fine with the window closed.
All of us on the live stream, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Much appreciated. I will not be back until Wednesday morning next week now. Until then, come back and join us. We will see you again soon. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye for now.
Bye bye.